Yeah. So the course is something like a master program on Linux administrator. So master program on Linux administrator. What we will cover on this course. So I will tell you this. Okay. So myself, I'm a Hari guys. I'm Hari Cheruku. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect, having 12 plus years of industry experience as a real-time and trainer. And I done many certifications, that is ITL V3 certified. I'm a Red Hat certified system administrator, and I'm a Red Hat certified Linux engineer, and I am a certified Kubernetes administrator, and I'm a certified AWS solution architect associate too. Okay, so welcome. It's our first meetup. You are welcome. You all are welcome. This course for complete Linux administration. I have actually broken down into entire course in 10 different modules. So finally, we'll discuss about the resume preparation and everything else. So what are the prerequisites? What are the requirements to learn this course? No specific prerequisites, guys. Anybody who is passionate to kickstart their career as a Linux engineer can attend this program. Programming knowledge not mandatory for this course. This is purely administration, and graduates, undergraduates, backend developers, web developers, non-IT background people also can attend this Master Linux program, guys. This course covers everything about Linux from scratch. No prior experience required. A desire to reach your goals and dreams. A computer with at least 8 GB of RAM is needed, guys. Okay. So the syllabus overview, module from 1 to 10. So what we will cover, download and installing the configuring the virtual box and Oracle virtual box and CentOS. And the system module 2, download and install. Module 1, understanding the Linux concepts. So module 3, system access and file systems. And module 4, Linux fundamentals. And the Linux 5, system administration, Linux file editors, the difference between VA and VA emitters, substitution commands, and user account management. Monitor users, Linux directory services, different between Active Directory, LDAP, IDM, Winbind, Open LDAP, etc. Talking to the users, system utility commands, system log monitors, process and schedules, system monitoring and commands, OS maintenance commands, changing system commands, and the shell scripting. What is a kernel? What is shell? Types of shell scripting, basic shell scripting, input and output shell scripting. We will cover this shell scripting, guys. Networking services and some updates, system updates, enabling the internet in Linux VM, network components, network files and commands, NIC information, NIC port bonding, download files with URLs, connect with the commands, file transfer protocol, system updates, setting up calls, so system run levels. We'll discuss about disk management and run levels. Okay. So, and all about the resume workshop, cover letter, Linux job description and duties, exposure to the other command technologies. Module 10 will discuss about the guys, module 10 will discuss about what is IT components, IT components, facts about IT, Linux around us, Linux OS jobs, so IT management jobs, so apply for Linux jobs and what the expectation, interview workshop or Red Hat certification, join Linux community, 200 interview questions will be sharing all these things, guys. Okay. So download the syllabus from the AWS that Linux syllabus, guys, the complete Linux syllabus. You guys can use this download the syllabus also. So by the end of this course, you will learn the professional Linux administrator and able to apply for the Linux jobs. You will learn 300 plus Linux system administration commands. You will gain advanced Linux system administration skills and have a deep understanding of the Linux fundamentals and concept. You will manage Linux servers in a corporate environment, understand the concept of permissions and how to set them for all the files and directories. This course will prepare for you for a Linux and Linux essentials, CentOS, Stream and Red Hat 87789. You will be able to troubleshoot every Linux related issues. You will write a basic to advanced level spell script also. Okay, so everyday examples of Linux. Where the Linux is uses. So the Linux is used in the airplane, internet access, TV, Google search, websites, smartphones, tablets, Windows data recovery disk, appliances, and self-driving cars. So these all are the examples of the Linux. In-flight movies are on the embedded Linux system. So why the Wi-Fi router probably have an embedded copy of a Linux running a web management application. TV on-screen uses the interface, often runs the embedded version of a Linux. Google search, almost all of the back office stuff which is used to generate the results of your queries are run on the Linux websites. Most likely that website is running on the Linux server. Smartphone, right? Most people use the iPhone or Android phone, which is based on the open source derived from Unix. So tablets, most have open sources are there somewhere. So Windows data, most are customized Linux distributions, appliances. New appliances with touch screen operations runs on the Linux. Self-driving cars, so running on the Linux, guys. So what is operating system? As per Wikipedia, an operating system is a software that manages computer hardware and software resources and provided common services for the computer program. So, in simple words, an operating system is a software that acts as a middleman or a bridge between the computer hardware and the computer user, provides interface and controls the computer hardware so that the software can function. So examples, types of operating systems, desktop operating system and server operating system, mobile operating system, embedded operating system, real-time operating systems. Desktop operating system, Microsoft Windows, Mac, Linux such as Ubuntu. So server operating systems, Windows Server, Linux distributions like CentOS, Red Hat Enterprise, mobile operating systems, Android, iOS, Windows Mobile, embedded operating systems used in devices like routers, smart TV, automobiles, home appliance, etc. So real-time operating systems used in the critical systems like medical equipment, car ECs, so aerospace, defense, network firewalls, home security systems, etc. So Linux is a simple and so Linux is the simple terms. It is a free and open source operating system. It is similar to Windows and Mac, but it's different in several ways. So Linux is very popular for its stability, security, and flexibility. It can be modified and distributed by anyone, which has led to many different versions known as distributions, and each distributor is tailored for the different uses. Okay, it's a open source. Nature means that community of the developers and users contribute it to development. Okay, so Linux in terms of free and open source operating system, it is simple to Windows, Mac, Linux, different several ways. Linux is very popular too. So it's an open source nature, means that the community developers and users contribute its development. Okay, what is what is operating system, guys? What is operating system? Operating system. What is operating system, guys? Guys, does anyone knows what is operating system? Guys, does anyone knows what is operating system? Guys, click out, guys. Daily you are using operating system, right? This is your computer. This is user. You own. Right. Computer knows which language, guys. Binary language. Okay. Binary means zeros and ones. Okay. So users knows which language, guys. Users knows only English language. English means high level language. What is that? English means so high level language. So right, so user knows only zeros and ones, and other computer knows only zeros and ones. User knows only. only English language. So, are you able to communicate with each other? Is there any possibility? No, there is no possibility because of computer knows only binary language and user knows only English language, high level language, right? So English doesn't know the binary language and the computer doesn't know the English language, right? We need a mediator. So for example, what is that? For example, what this is, guys. So this is Harshita, this is Kirti, right? So this is Hari. So Hari knows, yeah, Harshita knows only Telugu language, and Kirti knows only Hindi language, right? Are they able to communicate with each other? They able to communicate with each other? No, because of Harshita knows only Telugu language and Kirti knows only Hindi language. Harshita want to convey a message to the Kirti. Kirti and Kirti wants to convey a message to the Harshita. But there is no possibility. But there is no possibility for that time. So who need guys? We need a mediator who knows both the languages. Okay, so we need a mediator who knows both the languages. For example, Hari is the mediator who Hari knows both the languages. So whatever Kirti told, right? So it took and converted from the Telugu, so vice versa. So right, who is Hari? Hari is the mediator. Same like as a Linux operating system is the sorry, my operating system is the mediator. Operating system is a mediator between computer and user. So whatever you provided the A, right? So it will took to translate and translate it and inform to the computer. The same vice versa. So whatever the computer provided binary language, right? It took that binary language and convert it from and so provide it in the in English language, right? OS is nothing but 1 second. Yeah, OS is nothing but mediator between user and computer. It's a simple meaning of OS. What is OS, guys? OS is nothing but a mediator between user and computer. Mediator between user and computer. Guys, understood what is OS? Yeah, guys. So, which mobile phones are you using, guys? So, which mobile phones are you using? For example, OnePlus. What is that? OnePlus you are using. So, OnePlus is the hardware. So, in this, so which OS you installed? Android. What is that? Android, Android OS installed. Android is the OS. Android is a bare metal software base. What is that? Bare metal software. Bare metal is nothing but on top of the OS, on top of the. So they install the Linux OS because of how you can interact with the hardware, guys. Hardware knows only binary language. So how you can interact with the hardware? Definitely we need a OS. So Linux OS is installed. Okay, so on top of Linux, they installed the Android software. Android software. They installed the Android software. Okay, so Android, a software. Understood? So this is nothing but an Android. How you can interact with this OS, how we can interact with this hardware. So there is a Android OS is installed. That's the reason you are able to communicate with this hardware. Okay. So and router, your router also. So whatever the router you are using, right? That Wi-Fi username and password. So you changed the Wi-Fi username and password, right? So Wi-Fi username and password. So you changed it, right? This is the hardware. How you can interact with this hardware? Definitely there will be a OS is installed. So OS is installed. So OS is installed. Wi-Fi username, password. There is a OS is installed. So that is the reason you are able to communicate with this other. Guys, you guys can remember from now onwards. So if you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. What is that? There will be a OS is installed. If you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. Here also OS is installed. Here also OS is installed. Here also OS is installed. Guys, now you understood? So guys, so anywhere, so nowadays the everywhere they are using the Linux only. So Linux, why Linux is popular? Linux is a portable and the highly secure, and it's a portable, highly secure, it's a portable and a highly secure, and it's a CLI also, and it's a CLI also. Guys, tomorrow will tell you. So the types of operating systems, single user operating system, multi user operating system, where Linux is comes into the picture. So if you so Linux, who developed the Linux, how developed the Linux, I will show you tomorrow. Okay, guys, understood? Yep, guys. Thank you so much.